afternoon, guys. Hope you're well. Same process as ever. Mics on either side. Please raise your hands. Let us know you'd like to ask a question. Just bear in mind that it's a Sunday embargo, so a bit of a busier open section. We'll set that embargo towards the end of 10:30 on Saturday evening. Start that one, please.
Good afternoon, Pep. Can we just start with an update on the team news ahead of the game and the latest on Matheus Nunes, Jeremy Doku and Jack Grealish?
It's our day off tomorrow with training and we'll see how they feel.
It's your 30th match against Jurgen Klopp. You've had an incredible rivalry and some brilliant battles over the years. Do you think this will be the last time that you face him as a manager?
I don't think so. We can play an FA Cup in the future, nobody knows. So he's young, I'm young, so I don't know.
Over those 30 games, is there anything in particular that you've learnt from him and the way he sets up his teams?
Yeah, always was a pleasure and it will be tomorrow too. So battle and try to win the game.
Pep, you've said before that I think you said you learned from Jurgen or he's driven you on. What is it about him that has driven you?
The way they play, the teams play. When he doesn't play, I don't play, but the way they teams make them play football, always you learn.
And I don't know if you're aware, Trent Alexander Arnold has said that, in his opinion, winning trophies means more to Liverpool than it does to Manchester City. I don't know what you feel about that, but there's also an implication that it doesn't matter to City, it doesn't mean as much because you spend lots of money. I'm just wondering what your observations about that whole situation is.
I wish him a speedy recovery and come back to the pitch as soon as possible.
Sorry, just going to head Ben.
Pep, do you get tired by this kind of accusation that it's still about money here? I mean, I know you talk about you couldn't have won without the money, but I mean, this kind of attitude from Trent and the comments that have been made this week.
Speedy recovery for him and he can back as soon as possible.
Your players have had a bit more to say. I mean, Erling Haaland said that effectively because they don't know what it's like to win a treble, he can't understand what that feels like, and Ruben Diaz has said similar. Are you happy to hear your players make those comments? Does it show they've got a fight for what's
I'm so happy with my players all the time. All the time. So many years.
But does it show they've got a real fight for everything this season? They don't want to let an opponent potentially try and throw up.
Do you think we're going to fight because Erling and Ruben talk? Without these talks, we will not fight. We are there, and after what happened in the last years, and we're going to try again tomorrow and do a good game.
And just finally, in midweek, you were obviously focused on FC Copenhagen, and I just wondered when you get home that night, are you still thinking about the adrenaline and the achievement of getting into the Champions League quarterfinals, or before you go to bed, is that when your focus switches to
we play 2 days after, maybe, but knowing that we have 3 days until Sunday, so have more time. No, I enjoy completely the qualification for the Champions League, and yesterday morning I started to think about Liverpool, but of course we saw some details. The shape they attack is a little bit different than the previous seasons. The quality of some players, new players, make the game a little bit different. The main pattern are the same, so we know it quite well. Like I think they know us, but real details you have to adjust the forms, the quality individual players they have. But at the same time, knowing that, you have to take a look the games we played recently, the plays they played recently, and see you have to adjust something, to be more comfortable with the players that we have to play on Sunday.
Hi, Pep. What makes Anfield such a hard place to play at?
Especially the quality of the team.
You don't think the crowd factor is different?
Yeah, of course, but especially the quality of the team.
And do you expect an extra layer of atmosphere because of the whole thing of Klopp leaving the end of the season?
I don't know. We'll see it on Sunday. I think will be nice because all had been, and accept the challenge.
Pep, you've had some great battles with Jurgen down the years, especially here in England. Is there part of you that'll miss him when he goes? Or are you glad to see him leaving?
I respect completely his decision, completely. So I spoke with him, and I had the feeling that he would be back sooner or later. So he's a man. He loves football. His passion is there, and his team's always. And he explained perfectly the reason why. So in the Premier League it's the last time, but maybe in the FA Cup we can find. And yeah, we'll see.
Hi Pep, you were talking there about preparing for the game, and Liverpool's shape is a bit different and you need to work out what you're going to do. Over the years in these big matches, is it the case that sometimes you think they know what we'll do, but we need to stick to that because that's what we're good at? And sometimes you might think we can surprise them, we can do something different. Maybe a couple of seasons ago against Liverpool, you may be a bit more direct. So when you're thinking about matches coming up, especially big games, when do you kind of decide we need to stick to what we're doing, or maybe you think we can take a risk and do something different?
No, if I get different, you win, I'm a genius. If I have something different and I'm lose, I am an overthinking person. So
yeah, but that's our reaction. What about your process? Your process is always going to be the same.
My process is which players I will have. If Doku will be ready, Jack will be ready. We know tomorrow, and of course they can adjust something if they do. The moment they make a different shapes in the build-up. Never before was Alexander Arnold or the fullbacks inside, and sometimes the fullback go wide, sometimes play in different ways. But the main pattern is the same. So it's make the game quick and contact with inside, incredible runners and incredible. So the big difference sometimes is the quality of the players in our side and the side and everything, but leaving little details, the main character of the Liverpool since I met him in Dortmund, when I was in Bayern in Germany, here is quite similar.
And just a quick one, you've mentioned a couple of times you'll see how Jack is tomorrow. Is there a chance he could be fit?
No. Tomorrow, no. Sunday, maybe. It's a joke.
You've had such great rivalry with Jurgen over the years, Pep. Will it make your job any easier when he finally goes?
When, next season?
Yeah, next season. Well, seasons to come, will your job become easier because they've been such a force?
I would like to know, but I don't think so. Liverpool always have been Liverpool, and I don't know the decision I'm going to make. But there are other contenders are there. So Arsenal is already there. Last season was the biggest rival, not Liverpool. And look how is they playing. So Liverpool needs more than 90 minutes to win the games. We need sometimes more than 90 minutes to win the games. Arsenal need 25 minutes to win the games. So that's why it's there. And I guess the other teams reinforce. Tottenham will make a step forward, and United and Newcastle maybe will be back, having maybe one game a week. Yeah, we'll see. But next season is next season, so I don't have ability to think about it, what is going to happen next.
Hi, Pep. You've had, obviously, a long-running battle with Jurgen over all these years, not just here, but obviously in Germany as well. I was wondering, over that time, have you had any chance to spend any time away from the pitch with him? No.
Sometimes in the corridor before the press conference, and when we were honored to get the Honor Hall of Fame with the Jurgen years ago, we spent time with the families, but in terms of lunch, dinners, or never happened. We have to decide who pays. That's why we didn't do it.
When it's all over in many years to come, would you like to sort of sit down with him? I
think it's going to happen sooner or later, yeah. I would love it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to address the Alexander Arnold comments yourself, but from a manager's perspective, how encouraging was it for you, the way that Diaz and Haaland spoke yesterday, and they sort of wanted to defend their team in their club?
They defend the club, not responding this guy, and what they have done many years on the pitch, every single 3 days. That is the best way. So if we have done it, I could answer him, but why? So, honestly. So it's what it is. It's very incredible, proud to what we have done, and the way is not needs that to prove me my players what really feels, what really are. Unite to try to do it.
Hello. You spoke about Haaland's body language after the Everton game. Do you think it has improved in the recent games?
I was not referring just Erling, it's an older team. And of course he's improving, and he will setbacks, he will improve again, and will set back and improve again. Football and life is like that. You have a problem and how you solve it. And the numbers of Erling, his contribution is massive.
Do you think he's back to his best form after injury?
Step by step, yeah. The last game, it was tight, and his movements is 2 months is a lot of time for a guy who's so tall. So step by step is getting better, and I'm pretty sure at the end of the season will help us a lot.
Okay, set the embargo for 10.